Well, all right, welcome, folks. We're here in Schulenburg, Texas, home of the Shorthorns, but better yet, we're going to bring you the area round of the Navarro Panthers, Runnin Lady Panthers, that is, against the Royal Lady Falcons, again, for a Region 4 area round. So I'm Hank Dietert. I'm being joined now by Mr. Clay Scarborough, who is going to help us out a little bit here and there, and he is the high school principal at Navarro. And Mr. Scarborough, glad you could join us for the pregame.
Glad to be here, sir. As always, another wonderful opportunity for our Runnin Lady Panthers. It's the second round of the playoffs, and they will look to be facing a challenging Falcons team.
And I tell you what, they had a big victory in the by-district round over Iowa Colony. They won it 67-47. And they're number two. Their guard, she scores 25 points a game, and that's Shantara Anumle. And she is, Alumne is one of those gifted athletes that you can put her in any kind of position, and she will score. So she's a scoring machine at 25 points a game. That's almost, unheard of, because I always look at high school ball. You don't have the same kind of time frame that you do in college and pros.
In the women's games, obviously averages much less. Gosh, if you hit 50 points in a women's game, that's great. So she's scoring half of that on average.
Exactly. And so she's the big one there. And Diamond Barrett, a 6-footer, she's athletic as well, and she averages around 13 and a half rebounds per game. So those are the two I think that we need to watch tonight. And somehow it's, stopping Anumle all the way. I mean, that's just what we have to do.
Well, she'll probably be paired up with Tatum Harbuth most of the night. We know that Harbuth are very good on defense. Their dad preaches that as the head coach.
Right.
And that's one of the things that you have to do against a team like this. That defense is really going to have to come alive and find a way to shut one of them down. I won't say let one of them else beat us tonight.
Yes. And, get the ball out of her hands, and that's the key. And so now switching gears real quick, that you have the Navarro side as their big victory over Cuero in the by-district round there in Seguin, Texas, that we had provided to you, was the score of 47-34 over Cuero Lady Gobblers. And that game was all about, I think, defense in that second half and really shutting down the two bigs that they had there in Cuero, with Carbonero, I know, is one of them. And it was a big feat that the Lady Panthers overcame in that second half. As they went down in halftime, they were down by one and literally only held Cuero to 12 points in that second half.
So it really was a tale of two halves there for the offense for the Lady Panthers. And tonight, it's one of those nights that you probably cannot have a first half like you had the other night. You better come out pretty hot, pretty steady. It was interesting against Cuero in that first half. Cuero was hotter than normal. They were hitting more shots than they normally hit, and then it switched in the second half, and that was very fortunate for Lady Panthers. But, Hank, I'm not sure you can have a first half like that tonight.
Right. So the Panthers are about ready to begin as they'll get ready for the introductions. But that game, yes, for the Lady Panthers was, I think, all about defense and getting to the bigs and fronting. Like Aubrey Bowles was the 6-footer for Cuero. So I think that's going to be a good practice game for what they're about to see here tonight.
And you mentioned bigs, and we don't have full rosters in front of us, but this Lady Falcons team is loaded with size, if you will. They were shooting down here, warming up on the broadcast end, if you will, and there's a lot of them that are pretty tall, sir. Yeah,
the athleticism, too, is going to be something that the Lady Panthers have to overcome as well, and they have to just be, the more the aggressor. I talk about it every time we do a broadcast here on the Panther Network, that we always have to be the aggressor. If we're not, then you don't get the calls. Things just don't seem to go your way.
Best offense is a good defense. Hey?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So thank you for joining me in the pregame. We're about ready to get some things started. And, again, thanks a bunch, Mr. Scarborough.
I'll head up to the crow's nest.
All right, thank you.
Number 1, sophomore. Forward, Navarro. Number 2, junior, guard, Shantaria Annalise. Number 4, junior, guard, Layla Anderson. Number 5, junior, guard, Annabelle Crawford. 23, senior, forward, Diamond Barrett. And coach Gabriel Gowan and assistant coach Gabriel Taylor and Gail Wilson. Now the home team from Navarro High School. Number 1, sophomore, guard, Keegan Carpet. Number 2, senior, guard, Tatum Carpet. Number 3, senior, forward, Ryan Hunt. Number 4, senior, forward, Carly Daniel. Number 5, junior, guard, Ian Kramer. Head coach Sarah Roberts and assistant coach Brookshire and Gail Wilson. Now please rise and we will call together for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, as we get ready to get this thing started. And starters for Navarro, Tegan Harbeth, Tatum Harbeth, Ryan Hepp, Carly Koenig, and Sienna Kramer. For the Royal Lady Falcons, Nevaeh Houston, Shantara Aname, Layla Anderson, Andrea Prophet-Smith, and Diamond Barrett. So that's the starters for tonight. So as we get this thing started, Ryan Hepp walks to the middle. And Barrett for the Lady Falcons. So Hepp and Barrett up for the tip-off. And here's the tip. The tip comes over, stolen by Tatum Harbeth. Out to the right side, and she goes all the way across court to Kramer. Kramer down low off the Tegan Harbeth. And back down to Tegan Harbeth, down low to Hepp. Outside the three-point line is Kramer looking down inside to Hepp. Tegan gets it over to Tatum, and they're playing the passing game all the way on the outside right now. Zone and tight zone here is by the Lady Falcons. And Kramer goes back over to Harbeth. And back and forth they go. Tip by the Falcons as the ball goes close to going back to them, but it does go to the Runnin Lady Panthers as they have control of it. Right now we're in the first quarter, just getting started. And we have a travel that goes against Tegan Harbeth as she slid that back right foot a little bit. So a call for a travel, and now the Lady Falcons have possession. And bringing it up is Anemale, and she's looking to bring it up to the right. She's looking to drive. Carly on her tight, and Hepp gets the rebound. as she is the leading rebounder for the Runnin Lady Panthers. A little high from Harbeth to Harbeth, as goes off the hands of Tatum Harbeth off to the outside. So now you have, again, the Lady Falcons with their second possession. No score right now, 0-0 up on the scoreboard. So now out to the outside, the shot is taken and it is missed by Anderson as we get a turnover and in the Panthers' favor. So the Runnin Lady Panthers have the ball. Looks like about a half-court press that's being made by the Falcons. Tegan has on the left side looking to find somebody open in the middle, which is Hep. Hep looks down low, and she's going to get a foul call against the Lady Falcons. Let's see what number they have. Holding. Didn't quite get which number called. So that's a team foul that goes against Lady Falcons. Down low to Hep. Hep looks to drive it out to, or pass it out to Harbeth. Kramer has it on the outside of the three-point line, down in the corner, all the way across court to Tegan Harbeth. Gets it back outside to Hep. Kramer drives, kicks it out. Now Harbeth goes to drive, and she goes all the way in, but misses the layup. Looking for a foul on that one. But now Anumle, she takes it all the way. Centeria gets the ball up, but she misses off the back of the iron. It's up on the right side to Kramer. Kramer goes up, and she just misses the layup. A little bit of contact, but they let them play here in the playoffs, that's for sure. Now Anderson has it on the right side, guarded by Kramer. Kramer takes it all the way up, makes her give it up all the way to the other side of the corner. Now up top is Anderson for the Lady Falcons. Harbeth comes up, tight defense by the Runnin Lady Panthers. Backdoor cut that goes in and out in the Panthers' favor. So you're watching the Navarro Panther Network here. And Schulenberg, as Kramer knocks it down, gets the first 2 points of the game, defensive game thus far. So now Anomaly has the ball. Santiera, she gets it down to Anderson. Anderson goes, looks low, and now 2 shots missed there. One by Barrett and the other by Prophet Smith. And blocked by Barrett. Carly down low. Now the run is on here for a fast break, but the ball is lost as the Runnin Lady Panthers look to get the ball up court. Down in the corner for a corner three. Tatum Harbeth misses it off the back iron, and Anderson calls in the rebound. Now brought up by Prophet Smith. Adriana is harassed by Tatum Harbeth, and Tatum Harbeth gets the ball, just about gets the ball, knocks it out of bounds. So here we go. Looks like we got a timeout by the Lady Falcons. Head coach Dedrick McGowan. And so right there now we have the score 2-0 defensive battle. Both teams are a little bit on the, I think, on the nervous side. Haven't been able to get in their game because I believe these two are pretty unfamiliar with each other, as far as we don't see these two teams play very often. And I believe this may be one of the first in Lady Panthers against Brookshire Royal. Now, we only call them Brookshire Royal, just like a lot of us call it Geronimo Navarro. But in that timeout, I could see Coach Harbeth is all about defense and making sure not to lose track of your player, your man. So now, ball being thrown in by Prophet Smith to Numley. Chantier gets it down to Prophet Smith, and down low all the way in. Looked to be Barrett trying to get the layup, and 2 Panthers there. Carly Koenig along with Hep, down low, playing good defense, making her earn it. So now it gets back to the backside. She misses the layup. And so now the Runnin Lady Panthers get Tegan Harbeth. She goes down low, loses the handle of the ball a little bit, looking to pass it out outside the 3, out to the right. Now we've got no basket. We've got a call that goes against a turnover. Didn't quite see it by the official. I'm down in a corner, so I'll have to kind of step out a little bit. So right now, you're watching the Navarro Panther Network. You're watching the Runnin Lady Panthers in the area round. First quarter action, 2-0. Down low as trying to get the ball into Barrett. Ryan Hepp knocks the ball out. So playing physical are the Runnin Lady Panthers. And Lady Falcons have to adjust to that. And so right now, Numley looks at, she loses a handle. She gets around out to the outside. She's shooting 3. She likes to shoot the 3s. And nobody there to rebound, but Kramer comes in with the steal. Nice job by hiding back there and baiting the players. So now Maddie Gillum is in. She has the ball up on the three-point elbow down in the corner. As Kramer going across course to Tegan Harbeth. Tegan Harbeth back to Kramer. Kramer on that far outside 3. Down in the corner is Tegan Harbeth trying to get the 3, and it goes to Maddie on the trying to save the inbound, but Ryan Hepp gets the layup. It seems like every point in this game so far is going to be crucial because of the defense that's being played. So we got to give that a big. So now the miss by the Lady Falcons, and Maddie Gillum has it to Tegan Harbeth up top. And you have Sienna Kramer trying to get low with Maddie Wilson and gets it blocked. And now you have Prophet Smith bringing it up for the Lady Falcons. And Anderson looked for the 3, but passes it around. Trying to drive inside. Good stop by the defense, but left open. So now the Runnin Lady Panthers get the opportunity now here with another possession as Tatum Harveth comes in for her sister, Tegan. Kramer goes out as well. And so you have Harveth, Gillum, Koenig, Hepp, Wilson out on the floor right now. And you got, looks like a 3. Indeed. And now we get a foul that may be called against Maddie Gillum. So now Prophet Smith does it in. Anderson looks to the 3. Prophet Smith looks for it. Gets out back up top to Anderson. Anderson for the Lady Falcons. It's it down low in the corner to Prophet Smith. And all the way across court. Shantiera gets it down low to Barrett. Barrett looks to go up. She misses the layup. And she goes, looks like Numley's called for the foul as well. And now you have, looks like it's evened up with 2 fouls each by both teams here in the first quarter of play. Score is 7-0 Lady Panthers over the Lady Falcons here in the second round of the 4A Region 4 playoffs. And Carly has the ball out to Maddie Gillum. Down low to Hepp. Hepp goes in, but the ball's blocked. Goes right to Carly Koenig, who knocks it down. 2-pointer. 9-0. Runnin Lady Panthers. Now, Anderson looking to go to the middle. Anumle has the ball, and they're calling her for a travel, shuffling the feet a little bit before she puts the dribble down. That's one thing. The one official here is calling that tight on both teams. So now the Runnin Lady Panthers, Tegan Harbeth brings it up. Just passes the timeline. And, wow, what a game so far for the Runnin' Lady Panthers. Great defense again. Defense, as they say, wins championships. So Teagan's looking to get the ball around as it's 13 seconds remaining here and now down to 10. Kramer to Harbeth, and then Teagan Harbeth gets the ball from her sister, throws the ball up. No good. 2 seconds remaining. Long shot coming up, and no good. As the Runnin' Lady Panthers shut out the Lady Falcons here in the first quarter of play. Oh my, it's been a Runnin' Lady Panthers defense that you have to credit all the way. You're going to hear some of our cheerleaders. Well, we'll bring up the QR code here by the Audiovisual Club for donations. Just take your camera and click on the QR code there as we get ready to start the second quarter of play. And you can donate to the Audiovisual Club of Navarro. So, again, if you have in the past donated, thank you very much. We appreciate that, and we continue to appreciate all your support. So. Here we go. Start of the second quarter. Runnin' Lady Panthers lead 9-0 here in Schulenburg, Texas. And the second round of the playoffs, the area round in 4A Region 4. And you have a matchup between District 25 and District 27 here tonight. The winner right now of the is Brookshire. They went 11-1 in district, and there's a slide of the foot that they're calling, and it's now here comes full court pressure by the Lady Falcons. Teagan Harbeth looks one way, goes the other, gets it back over to Tatum Harbeth. As there is a travel called by the same official. He is really calling it tight tonight. Now watching the feet of the players. So right now 9-0 right now as Hadley Wilson comes out. Hadley Wilson. And Nunley gets the foul down low. And so there is the drive by Shantiera Nunley, who gets the call. And now she goes to the line to shoot two. Up. She has been a little off tonight. She's scores 25 points per game. And no score at all by any Lady Falcon tonight. So the first point, no. As box out was by the Runnin' Lady Panthers. Gets it up court to Hep. Hep to Kramer. And then the Teagan Harbeth goes all the way across, another one a little tall, gets it saved, and Hep comes in, and are they going to call her for the foul? Let's see what they call. Yep. They call a push against the Royal Lady Falcons. That's going to be 3 team fouls against them here in the first half. We're in the second quarter of play. Runnin' Lady Panthers lead 9-0. Down low to Hep, drives in, kicks it back out as she's about to go down. Harbeth drives in, goes all the way around and could not knock down the layup, but it looks like the ball goes over to the Lady Falcons. Now defense has been the tail right now for the Runnin' Lady Panthers, and You see as Shantiera Anumle brings the ball all the way in that one corner, just past the timeline. She goes to drive it in. She pulls back, misses it short, rebounded by the Lady Falcons. Again, short, and Kramer gets the ball back to Carly. Koenig, who gets it up to Tegan Harbath, who steps back, gets it over to Carly, to Kramer. Down low in the corner is Tatum Harbath. She goes inside for the layup, and with that little hesitation move and fake three, she takes the score, now up to 11-0 by the Runnin Lady Panthers over Royal High School here of the Lady Falcons. So, got to give that one a big. So now again, Harbath to Harbath going back and forth with the three-quarter of pressure coming by the Lady Falcons. It's a push that's going to be called against number 4, Anderson. That's Layla Anderson of the Lady Falcons. Harbath, as it's now a baseline inbound play here by the Runnin Lady Panthers. Outside, up top to Kramer, down to over to Hepp. In the corner again, Harbath fakes the drive this time. Goes out to her sister Tegan Harbath. Tatum Harbath now down in the corner, up top to Kramer. Off to the elbow three right there, outside the three. So that's the elbow three. She gets the three to go down. That's a big. Wow, sorry, didn't mean to scare you that much there. All right, so Anumle tries to get the point. She's off the back side of that. And Tatum Harbath comes up with the rebound, and it goes off her foot. You know, it's just one of those things. Sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. That time it just bounced off her foot. All right. I'm Hank Dieter with the Navarro Panther Network. Glad you could join us tonight. Right now in the second round of the playoffs, where the Runnin Lady Panthers are leading 14-0. But, you know, you got to keep playing all the way. Do not stop. Second quarter right now, as the ball gets over and up top, as the ball was saved by Barrett, and now the ball is bouncing around. Tegan Harbath comes up with it, goes to Tatum Harbath, who waits for the defense to pass and is able to collect herself and make the easy layup. So now Barrett up top. They're going to call the push against Hepp, bodying up. So kind of got the push, and that was, from here I can see the angle, good call. Maddie Gillum in as Tatum Harbath goes out. Again, Tatum Harbath, the leading scorer, 20 points per game is her average. Now another tall, you got the Twin Towers in. Number 21, Brite Reese. So Anumle loses the ball. Stolen by Kramer as she's on the ground, but Kramer loses it, tips it up, and they're still calling it going to the Runnin Lady Panthers after all that. So, wow, got the crowd going now as Kramer gets the inbound over to Maddie Gillum, and they got a timeout called by Coach. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. I thought it was going to be a timeout call, but we have an offensive foul that was called against the Panthers. Kramer for a legal pick. Now the leading scorer being held to nothing thus far, as nobody has scored for the Lady Falcons. The ball gets loose, and the Panthers have it. Tegan Harbath on the right side goes down low to Hepp. Hepp tries to get it in, couldn't quite get that ball to fall. Good save and hustle by Tegan Harbath, and she was looking for the ball back, and she was wide open. And Tegan Harbath looks to go down low to Carly, and Carly had the chair pulled on that one. Good job by Barrett and the defense. Carly Koenig was expecting contact and was not there. So now, again, the Lady Falcons here trail 16-0. Running Lady Panthers have played phenomenal defense tonight as Carly Koenig gets to steal and take it up court. Tegan Harbeth to Tatum Harbeth to Carly Koenig. Now Harbeth goes in the drive. She goes all the way up and under, gets the call, and one. So gets the bucket to fall. So here we go. Now 19-0 after that make. Sorry about that. So now the first 2 points go to Shantira as the ball goes up court to Harbeth. She waits for him to go through. So you get the opportunity to get the 2 steps in the stop as long as, so there is no travel call on that one, which the other side did want it. So sorry about all that. There, she knocks down the first one. It's 20-2 here in the second quarter of play. Tatum Harbeth has the majority of the points thus far tonight. And then the ball goes out of bounds. It looks to be off Prophet Smith. And the Runnin Lady Panthers have the ball. Tegan Harbeth up top. Passes it over to Maddie Gillum. All the way across to Tatum Harbeth. Down low. Good move by Ryan Hepp. Post up move. And is able to drive in and score the 2. So now we get a foul called against the Runnin Lady Panthers. I think that's going to go against Tatum Harbeth. So that's going to make it now evened up at 6 fouls apiece by the Runnin Lady Panthers and the Lady Falcons. So ball's going to be thrown in on the sideline by Prophet Smith all the way to Anderson. Anderson back to Anamle. And Anamle trying to dribble the ball down as Maddie Gillum tries to go down for it. The ball's up for a 3 by Anderson. Anderson misses it. Tegan gets the ball from her sister Tatum, and that's going to be a charge. I can tell you that, sad to say this, but good job. I mean, not sad to say this, but sad for the runaway, but good job by Layla Anderson standing her ground. She had been there probably for a very long time. So, woo, we're having some fun tonight. 22-2, 20-point lead by the Runnin Lady Panthers over Brookshire Royals Lady Falcons here in the second quarter. Hepp gets the steal, and it looks like the call is going to be against the Lady Falcons, Diamond Barrett. And that's going to take it into the bonus, so there'll be 1-1 now with the opportunity to knock down the front end here for Hepp. And Hepp, the leading rebounder for the team, even though she's not considered a tall player down low, but she has a great post-up moves. So here's the front end, and she knocks it down. So now her second shot, it's good as well. So takes it 24-22, a 22-point lead by the Runnin Lady Panthers over Royal Lady Falcons from Brookshire. So now to the outside to Anderson. Anderson gets it over to number 1, Nevaeh Houston. And so it goes against number 21, and that is Pretty Reese. Is the call, so 1-on-1 again with Hep. So the Runnin' Lady Panthers right now in a quick break. We have the Runnin' Lady Panthers leading here in the second quarter, 24-2, as you see on your scoreboard. And now it's been a dominating defensive effort by the Runnin' Lady Panthers, and obviously as a team effort. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of the game. And you got to play the whole game, all 4 quarters, as we would say. So we'll take a quick break and be right back. All right, we're back live and well here in Schulenburg, Texas, as the Runnin' Lady Panthers in the second round of the 4A Region 4 playoffs right now in the area round have a 24-2 lead with 1:39 remaining here in the second quarter. So Ryan Hep to the line. Now remember, the Lady Falcons average 54 points a game. Ryan Hep hits the front end of a 1-on-1, rebounded by Houston. And now Anamle has the ball, looking to drive in. She takes the shot from outside. Good defense by the Runnin' Lady Panthers. Now Anderson has the ball on the outside, kicks it out to Anamle. Shantiera looking to drive it on Maddie Gilman, but the 3 goes to Anderson, so it takes the 5 points now, going all the way up court to Harbeth. Harbeth with the right hand this time gets the layup, as she's a lefty and had to use her right hand to make that shot. So that's her opposite hand. Good job by Tatum Harbeth, and good job by the Runnin' Lady Panthers looking up court. And now goes outside 3. Teagan tries to get it, but Carly Anderson takes and gives the ball knocked out from her right here in front of us. And now the Geipel is in, and also Camden Shields. Now the ball is lost by the Runnin' Lady Panthers. It looks like Shantier has got the speed to come up and got the screen to be able to get the layup. It's 26-7. Tatum Harbeth with 28 seconds here in the second quarter. Looks up to Hep. Shields takes the shot from the outside. The ball's out of bounds and going towards the Lady Falcons now. And Coach Harbeth, I think, wanted them to slow it down and not take a last second, wait to take the last second shot, let's say, and not give the opportunity. So we get a block that's called against the Runnin' Lady Panthers. I believe that's going to go against, it's going to be 1-on-1 either way. Here, as that is the 17th foul for the Runnin' Lady Panthers. And Aname up to shoot. She has been the leading scorer. So Geipel in now, down at the lower part of the lane. The ball gets knocked out, and it goes out off of the Lady Falcons, and the Runnin' Lady Panthers have 12 seconds to run off, and Coach Harbeth lets them slow it down, be patient. And that's what I think is happening right now. So here it is, Tatum Harbeth looks to try like she's lost the ball. Hep throws it up off the backboard. 2 seconds remaining. And now the clock runs out, and the Runnin Lady Panthers have an 18-point lead going into halftime. So good job by the Runnin Lady Panthers, as they had a great defensive effort here tonight, holding, Brookshire Royal, who normally scores 54 points a game, holds them to only 8 in the first half. So we'll be taking a quick break. We'll also put up the QR code for the Audiovisual Club here and the Audiovisual Club of Navarro. So make sure to donate if you have the opportunity. So we'd really appreciate that. And it really goes to the kids to help develop the skills that may be needed in the future for them. So I'm going to take a quick break. We'll show you the sounds of the. We'll go ahead and show you the sounds and the of the cheerleaders and all. So we'll be right back with Clay Scarborough joining us. All right, we're back here at the halftime show here for the Navarro Panther Network, and I'm being joined back by Mr. Clay Scarborough, high school principal at Navarro. And Mr. Scarborough, give me your impressions of that first half. I thought it was phenomenal. So.
It was phenomenal. I'm trying to figure out how much of it, was our defense versus their offense. But regardless, we had a body on every other body on the court. I don't know if they had an uncontested shot in the first half.
If there was, I think the only one would have been the 3 made by Anderson in this corner, on a corner 3. I think that would have been the only one that that I would have said that was close to being uncontested. And one layup that there was I would say, I'm not trying to disagree with you, but just one other layup. And so that tells you only 2, if there was only 2 uncontested shots in the whole first half, you're doing a great job on defense.
Fantastic job on defense.
Yeah.
This was a team that was, you said they were first place in their district?
Well, yeah, because of they were co-district champions with Navasota, from what I understand. And they got the advantage. They were 11-1 in district, so was Navasota. And so they were considered the winner of that district. And I think tonight is somewhat of not somewhat, but a big surprise to the Lady Falcons of Royal High School that they did not see this coming.
2 points over 14 minutes of that first half.
2 points. Yep. And the last point, it's almost like, the Runnin Lady Panthers there towards the half is like, okay, we've been running the whole court. So, we've seen a lot of Teagan and Tatum Harvith, Ryan Hepp, and Kramer. And even when you see like Maddie Gillum come in to relieve some of the starters and such, just what great defensive effort on all the plays. So Coach Harvith had them ready to play defense. And I can tell you, he's over here saying, don't lose your player. We're going to play. The only one other one that I saw early in the half that was kind of uncontested was a backdoor layup that they could have had that they missed, but because there was other people that could help out at that particular time, Panthers got most of the rebounds, defensive rebounds. There was hardly any second opportunity. There's maybe 2 or 3 second chance opportunity by the Lady Falcons. So all those combined, I think, wow. But could it be that the leading scorer, that she scores 25 points per game, that's Shantiera Anamle, is it because she's just having an off night, or is it defense, or is it a combination of both?
I go more, and I'll open it with this question, but at this point I kind of go 75% our defense. The way that they're suffocating, it's body on body, the contesting almost every shot there. For the Royals. And then, I think sometimes you go cold. this is a first-place team or top of a first-place team, and they had 2 points over 14 minutes. It's phenomenal. We mentioned the first half of the night for Cuero. Our shooting percentage wouldn't have been that low, like Royals tonight in the first half, but it was almost similar. It's like every shot you were just missing.
Right.
Or, I don't even know if Cuero's defense was not near what our defense has shown this first half. We were missing shots. Tonight is definitely a combination of both. And, Hank, you have to sit here and kind of wonder at what point with this kind of defense is an insurmountable lead.
Yeah, there is no – but, things change, and they can change quick. So we saw it against Cuero. Like you said, we saw a tale of two halves. We cannot let Royal have that the Lady Falcons. We cannot let them have that momentum, and it is about defense. But, a couple of threes here and there, especially three-pointers in this day and age can really change the complexion of the game rather quickly. And if we don't see the Runnin Lady Panthers continue the great defense they've had, it could, be a snowball effect, and the next thing you know, you have that big runs by the Lady Falcons.
It could, but where I'm optimistic here is, you got the one score in the 20s, you got another score for Royal in the teens. If one of them does not really get hot here very soon, this defense is just not going to allow for much to happen.
Yeah, if they continue to play the way they're playing, I would think that you would see Coach Harbeth, really, and he does a good job at this. So here's what my question to you is, what I was about to say is that Coach Harbeth loves to slow down the game to a crawl when he has a good lead. Or, in this case, do you stay aggressive and go to the basket, even if you're, you haven't taken off? I'm sure he's going to tell him, look, at least take, 30 seconds off as much as you can, around 30 seconds. And then if you can get something open,
I agree
fine.
with you. That's where I was going to.
I'm sorry.
No.
I answered both questions.
You shorten the game as much as you can by controlling the ball when you have the ball on offense. Take that 15, 20, 30 seconds before you even take a shot. And then if someone gets hot on their side, you've just reduced their opportunities.
Right.
And I'm not. I know to prevent defense usually prevents winning. We've heard that before a lot of football. I'm not saying we're going to totally prevent here, but I do think whatever you can do to shorten the game at this point, controlling the ball, it does nothing to put the odds in your favor.
Yeah. But, there's another side of me that says, well, you got this lead by being aggressive as well. We see them, we saw two layups, at least 2 to 3 layups by Tatum Harbeth, that has the long pass on a fast break, gets down to her. She gets all the way down to the basket and makes it. And that's just being, having your head up, looking down the court and being aggressive. But if you're going to slow the game down, you don't make those passes, but it could turn into turnovers if you let the ball, let the defense come to you.
You've
so
already
you gotta weigh it out.
You've already reduced their possessions.
Right.
And at this point, they're going to need a lot of possessions to come back to win this ball game.
Right.
Even if someone gets hot, even if their top scorer with 25 points a game gets hot, if she's going to get anywhere near her total, you're shrinking her opportunities to even make that happen.
Right. Well, I agree. But I always feel like no lead is insurmountable, and I never feel comfortable with a lead.
Why not?
And so until you're giving me, if you give me this in the you give me an 18-point lead with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, okay,
then we'll
I'll
start
take
feeling
it.
comfortable. That's absolutely right.
But otherwise, I have to say it's one of the most
dominating first half of defense
that I've seen in a very long time. Yes.
Well, and in my past history as a sports information director, I watched a lot of kind of slow women's college games. I can't remember a time where you had 2 points over that many minutes. That's a long time.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens. Mr. Scarborough, thank you for joining me, and we will have you for postgame, and hopefully we'll be going forward into the third round.
Yes, sir. Back to the crow's nest.
All right. So both teams are ready to get this thing going early, it seems like. Even before the time clock goes out for halftime, both teams are ready to get this thing going. So let's give a big... So now you have the Lady Falcons with the Ball shoots over and goes to the top, and it hits the top. That's a dead ball foul. So turnover by the Lady Falcons. So now you have Tatum Harvard back to Tegan Harvard, the sophomore. And the senior now, Carly Koenig, goes across court to help. It's tipped. And got a travel called again. That same official has been watching closely. A little, if you don't put the ball down before you move that foot, he's calling the travel. So now turnover by the Runnin Lady Panthers. If they can, again, it looks like they could slow down this game. Well, they will do everything they can to do it. And so now the three-point shot goes up by Anderson and missed, but stolen by Numley. And Kramer goes in and probably will get the call of the foul against her. So that'll be a foul against the Runnin Lady Panthers with the block called. So now the baseline throw-in by the Lady Falcons. Hadley Wilson coming in for the Runnin Lady Panthers. So now baseline throw-in. Goes down inside and missed by Barrett and missed again by Houston. So Hep gets the ball, gets it up to Tegan Harvith. So now we get a travel. That's called against Tegan Harvith. So now the another turnover. Still 26-8, 18-point lead. We're down to 7 minutes and 1 second here in the third quarter of play. And now the ball gets thrown in to Anderson. Anderson of the Lady Falcons, and that goes outside to Prophet Smith, who misses the three. Numley has the ball, dribbling around, goes short, and they're calling against that against Hadley Wilson. She had position as the ball went up, and they're calling her for the push. So 2 fouls, quick team fouls against the Runnin Lady Panthers here in the third quarter. So now ball's being thrown up to Numley, and Numley gets it out to Anderson. Anderson goes under Koenig. The ball is grabbed by Hadley Wilson up top to Harvith. Tatum Harvith gets the ball to go down. It's now again a 20-point lead, and Coach Harvith calls the timeout right as they made it. So that's a big another. You hear the cheerleaders and all for the Navarro Panthers, and wow, what a game so far for the Runnin Lady Panthers, and 28-8 here in the third quarter of play in the second round of the playoffs, the area round for 4A. No Division 1 or 2 in 4A. It's all the same. All the schools are put together in 4A: basketball, volleyball, track and field, and soccer, and the other sports there. And down low it goes to Barrett, who puts in the easy 2 all the way up court again. Harvith goes up. She misses that one. And brought down by Barrett, who gets it up to Numley. Numley, she shoots the 3, goes in and out. Ball's knocked out and then brought back in and still rolls out for Barrett. She couldn't get it to fall. Harvith is snowbirding, and she gets the ball to go down this time. So now the ball is down low. Carly Koenig comes up with it. She's got somebody behind her. She goes up. She misses the layup, but Tegan Harvith comes up with it. Looks like they're going to have the foul called against Anderson. And Panthers still have the lead of 20 points here in the third quarter with Tegan Harbath going up to the line. Hey, and a big shout out to Lance Blackburn, and our prayers also for him and his family. So we want to make sure we're supporting you as well. So that ball goes down for Tegan Harbath. So he couldn't be here tonight, unforeseen circumstances, and but he did give me some good information. He always does his homework, so always appreciate that. Now, Tegan Harbath with her second shot coming up, just short. But Hadley Wilson gets the travel called against her, but I was looking for the foul, but hey, that's the way it goes. So now, Numley, the leading scorer here for the Lady Falcons, averages 25 points a game, and the team averages 54, and they're well under that right now because of the defense of the Runnin Lady Panthers. Carly Koenig knocks the ball out, and it's going to go back to the Lady Falcons. Ball's thrown in by Prophet Smith, and then Houston goes out to the right side. They're going to call a blocking foul against the Runnin Lady Panthers, I believe. So they're calling against Hadley Wilson, I believe. So now that should be 3 team fouls that goes against the Runnin Lady Panthers. So now Anderson with the ball on the outside, down corner 3. Good job by Hep. The front goes over to Tegan Harbath. Tegan Harbath gets bumped by Numley, who has the ball dribbling down the court. So second team foul for the Lady Falcons as Tegan Harbath gets the ball up close to half court, being guarded by Prophet Smith of the Falcons. And Tegan Harbath looks to go back towards the corner. She looks to be, if she doesn't get rid of it, it is 5 seconds, but Coach Harbath calls the timeout, and we have a timeout call. Let's see if it's a full or short timeout, 30 seconds versus a minute. And score 31-10, 21-point lead for the Runnin Lady Panthers. And just a phenomenal job tonight. Unbelievable. Really on defense for the Runnin Lady Panthers. You've got to commend them for the hard work they put into it tonight, being physical, being aggressive, doing all the things that you like to see on a basketball team. Now, Runnin Lady Panthers have the ball, passes it out. And they were trying to catch Lady Falcons going back the other way. So now Tegan Harbath up top. Gets it outside of Hep, just inside the three-point line. Couldn't quite knock down the jumper. And Numley takes the ball. She goes up the court, crosses the center court with a lot of momentum going up court, and she is fouled by the Runnin Lady Panthers. And usually when you get that kind of momentum, you're going to get the call. And you go up, right down the middle of the lane, and she did. So she's going to be shooting 2, I believe. So first one coming up here. Just off to the side. And I have to say, though, I believe she's having a bit of an off night. I mean, even at free throws. So see what she does on the second one. She knocks that one down. Takes it to a 20-point lead for the Panthers. Now outside to Tatum Harbath. Tatum Harbath gets it up quickly. Easy layup for Carly. A little jump stop, actually, but just as easy a layup. Now that takes it up to 22-point lead. And foul call against the, I believe, Prophet Smith gets the foul call against. So that takes it up to 3 team fouls for the Lady Falcons, and Panthers look to slow it down now as when you look at a 22-point lead, not too many possessions should be remaining. So now the Panthers just about had it stolen by Anderson, and it went back off of Anderson out of bounds and in the Panthers' favor. So now we have Tegan gets it over to Hep. Hep down low to Hadley, who gets it blocked. And I was like, that one I thought was pretty clean, but we'll take anything right now as Panthers look to extend their lead. They have the 22-point lead at 33-11. So now the next opponent, as they're waiting for the Panthers, will be Fredericksburg. And Fredericksburg will, once we find out, there Hadley Wilson knocks the second one down. 34-11, a 23-point lead by the Runnin Lady Panthers. And Hadley Wilson with the score. So, waiting for the throw-in to Numley to Anderson. Anderson runs the point. As she kicks it down to Prophet Smith. And it goes to Carly Koenig, and Tatum Harbeth looks to dribble inside out. And there goes Tegan Harbeth. Hadley Wilson with the ball. Takes a couple of turns and gets the foul. Uses that pivot foot well, keeping it down. We're looking for, I was looking for a travel on it, but luckily did not happen. So Hadley Wilson to the line. She doesn't get the roll off the back part of the iron. So here's her second shot. So they moved the score back to 33 as there was a lane volley. She misses both. So Ryan Hep gets in there and makes the rebound and gets the call for a foul as she goes right back up. Now Ryan Hep to the line. Ryan Hep, a good free throw shooter. She's a senior on the team. She's 5'8". She plays forward most of the time, but really a center. Nicely done by Hep. She's been a crucial part of this game today, playing defense. Just amazing job. And I don't know, but man, maybe Lance will have to take and text me who he thinks should be player of the game, as Lance Blackburn is not here with me tonight, as you can tell, but maybe he can give me some insight when we get to, because it's going to be a really tough one for me. Now Royal has the ball. The Lady Falcons gets it to Numley, and she goes up with it and gets the roll, so she gets the three-pointer, and takes it to a 21-point lead here by the Runnin Lady Panthers. So Tegan Harbeth up top. So Tegan looks to drive, kicks it out. Oh, and they're going to call the travel. Yep, and so that is the only thing I could see that we have to really work on is that pivot foot coming up off the ground before the dribble takes place. So 35-14 here in the third quarter. 2.5 minutes essentially left here in that third quarter. Numley takes and drives it in and calls, gets the call, and it's called a push by the Runnin Lady Panthers. So we've got Numley to the line. She's shot about, I would say, about 50% from the line tonight. So she knocks the first one down, takes it to a 20-point lead. 2:22 remaining in the third quarter. Getting loud here, the crowd. She knocks both of them down. A 19-point lead by the Runnin Lady Panthers. So now the ball gets knocked around. Numway comes up and shovels it over. So quick little run here. A 5-0 run by the Lady Falcons. 35-18, Runnin Lady Panthers look to slow things down. Tatum Harbeth up top. Drives down, almost loses it. Maddie Gillum takes the three. That takes it back to 20 points. As now down low, and Barrett misses the layup. Maddie looks to go to the basket. Now Hepp down low from Harbeth. Harbeth gets the assist, and Hepp nicely done with the left hand. 40-18, 22-point lead now for the Runnin Lady Panthers here in the third quarter. Minute 9 remaining. Houston gets it down low to Barrett, and the call is in favor of the Runnin Lady Panthers as they have the ball on a throw-in. Kramer back in, Hadley Wilson. Hadley Wilson has done a good job rebounding tonight. So now you've got Kramer, Hepp, Wilson, Gillum, and Harbeth in. And that's Tatum Harbeth up top. Gets it over to the corner to Maddie Gillum. Down low, or to the corner, and Hepp takes the three, misses it, and the call goes against Hadley Wilson as she tried to come in and get the rebound, but came in from behind and got the push called against her. So 16 fouls apiece. Next one goes into the bonus. And Maddie Wilson guarding Numway gets the rebound off the three that was attempted by Henderson. And Harbeth goes all the way in for the layup. So now, timeout being called by the Lady Falcons as the Runnin Lady Panthers have a 24-point lead here with 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. So thanks for tuning in to the Navarro Panther Network, and I hope you're enjoying the broadcast, because I sure am. All right, so let's get the QR code up here for the Audiovisual Club as we'll get that over. And that is the little code. If you're not familiar with it, the QR code has the ability from your camera on a smartphone to be able to take you to a website. This one is PayPal. You can donate through the Panther Posse to get this money directly to the Audiovisual Club for equipment and other things as well that are needed to cover the costs and expenses. And so I'd like to thank the Panther Posse as well from the past, getting the equipment to get this started for this broadcast, for a school-sponsored broadcast. So again, thank you, Panther Posse. Appreciate it very much. About to get ready, get this maybe the last play started. So now the Lady Falcons have the ball as we have 26 seconds remaining. 24-point lead, Runnin Lady Panthers in the third quarter. Numlight takes the shot. Hepp gets the rebound, the leading rebounder for the Panthers. Maddie Gillum gets the ball to Kramer. Kramer goes to the left, kicks it back out to Harbeth. Harbeth down low in the corner to Hepp. And Harbeth takes her time, goes up, looks to take the shot, and gets the little runner right before, so she gets it to fall. And now we'll hear some of the cheerleaders from Navarro High School. All right, here it is, the final quarter of play between the Navarro Running Lady Panthers and the Royal Lady Falcons. Here in the second round, it is 44-18, 26-point lead now by the Running Lady Panthers, and they have possession. So I would expect a very slow pace and quarter, as the Lady Falcons will have to become the aggressor in order to slow the Running Lady Panthers down. But no, Harbith goes straight in and tries to drive. I thought we would see it slow down, but Numley takes the ball. She goes back and gets the foul call. So Maddie Gillum comes up as she feels that she got the charge called. And it did. It did go against Anomaly, as the Running Lady Panthers look to drive the ball and stay aggressive, as Fredericksburg is awaiting the winner of this game, and so it looks like they will be playing the Navarro Running Lady Panthers. So that is the seventh foul that goes against the Lady Falcons. So Ryan Hepp will be one-on-one here. So now Ryan Hepp up for the fifth time on her free throws. Did not get the front end to fall. Fourth time, sorry. And there is Prophet Smith with the three. She knocks it down. Takes it 44-21. 23-point lead by the Running Lady Panthers. They're going to slow this thing down, it looks like. What I said a while ago, but that didn't happen. Now the four-corner offense by the Running Lady Panthers. Hadley Wilson gets it down to Kramer, and Kramer tries to get it. So yeah, that's Coach Harbith said, don't force it. Take your time, get it out of there. And Harbith takes looks like the old Ginobili with that left hand. Fakes the look to pass it, fakes the pass, and goes in for the layup. So now Harbith comes up with the ball. She goes in for the layup, misses the layup. And helped up by the Lady Falcons was Harbith. It goes all the way down to the other side is Barrett with the layup. So now you have Tatum Harbith, Hadley Wilson coming out for the Running Lady Panthers. In is Carly Koenig and Tegan Harbith. And you have a fight for the ball, which Kramer comes up with, gets it over to Koenig. Koenig goes all the way up court to Tegan Harbith. Tegan Harbith has the ball out to Maddie Gillum. Maddie Gillum looks to pass it to Hepp. Hepp looks to the outside top corner. Out to Gillum. Gillum dribbles out and gets it to Tegan Harbith. And the ball is tipped by Anderson of the Falcons. And Kramer has the ball. Playing keep away right now are the Running Lady Panthers. So as the Running Lady Panthers try to slow the game down with a 23-point lead here in the final quarter of play, as they will go on to play Fredericksburg if they can keep the score up. So Ryan Hepp down in the corner. So foul that will be called against Anomaly. Santerre, good hustle though, either way. Just one of those fouls that could have easily gone either way. But good effort, both players' part. Now, Maddie Gillum up to shoot. She knocks down the front end of that one-on-one. 19 fouls to 7. 19 fouls against the Lady Falcons and 7 with the Lady Panthers as Maddie Gillum knocks down doesn't knock down the second one. I was kind of distracted by a horror scream in the background, sounded like. So you have Tegan Harbeth bringing the ball up. She about loses it and gets it over to Maddie Gillum, and push is called as Maddie Gillum now gets the chance to make up for one of the ones she missed. 25-point lead right now for the Runnin Lady Panthers. She knocks it down. Maddie Gillum. She knocks the second one down. Now, looks like Prophet Smith goes up for the three, and good rebound by Charlie Koenig. Harbeth has it over to Kramer. Kramer gets it over to Tegan Harbeth. Koenig passes up top to Tatum Harbeth. So now you have Tegan going over to Kramer. Tatum now gets it to Hep. Hep gets it over to Tegan. Tegan gets the ball blocked by Barrett. Misses the second one and brought back out by Kramer to Harbeth. So now Tegan looks to go down low to Koenig. Kramer gets the ball, and a foul call, reaching foul that's going to be called against number 2, Shantiera Anomaly. I'd like to thank those that have donated as well to the Audiovisual Club. We have a couple of them that have donated, so we'd like to thank you very much for the donations that you provided for us. First one's missed by Kramer, as they're in a bonus, and Kramer with the second one, and she knocks that one down. So now the ball is gonna, I would bet you're seeing a lot of three-pointer, but foul, that's by Tatum Harbeth. That's her dad. Coach Darryl Harbeth didn't seem to be happy with it. It's like, no, there's no need to reach for the ball. So let's see what we've got here with Elia Wilson up to shoot. Elia Wilson Matthews, sorry. Well, now the Panthers have the ball. Kramer dribbling across the court. And Harbeth gets it to Hep down in the corner. And up top is Tegan Harbeth with the ball, being guarded by Anderson. And now Barrett reaches in on Hep as Hep gets fouled. Again, I'd like to thank those who have donated to the Audiovisual Club. So Hep to the line as Barrett fouls out and given a round of applause. It's 50-23 in the fourth quarter. Hep knocks it down. And there's that horror scream in the background every time a free throw is being shot now. She knocks the second one down. So now score 52-23. I believe the Panthers are on their way to play Fredericksburg. Don't know where yet, but we'll see if we can get some of the information and talk to our principal, Clay Scarborough, to give us some insight maybe to that. So Harbeth down low to Hep. Hep up top to Kramer. And Harbeth up top. Kramer off to the side. And Carly goes low to Hep. And Hep knocks it down. I want to say Hep has had quite a few of those. And she is taking advantage of those situations quite often. And good job by Koenig getting the assist on that one. Looking down low. Steal by Harbeth to Kramer. Now Kramer brings up, thought it was stolen from behind, but the foul was called, and the Lady Falcons not too happy about it. So now the free throws are being shot by Kramer. And so Prophet Smith is fouled out as well for the Lady Falcons. And brought in to play today is Kiara Jones. And Kramer misses the first one. And the bench is being cleared in a good sense that the starters are all coming out from Hep to Harbeth to Koenig to the other Harbeth. Both Harbeths out. And you got Gillum and Wilson out on the floor. They have Camden Shields, Izzy Geipel as well. So now to the line is Anderson. Kramer still out on the floor as well. So Hattie Wilson with the rebound. Hadley Wilson with the rebound. Kramer bringing the ball up. Gets it over to Shields. Shields to Kramer. Kramer looks to go inside, kicks it back out to Gillum. Gillum hands it off to Kramer. Kramer to Shields. 54-23, we're in the fourth quarter here in the second round of the playoffs where the Navarro Runnin Lady Panthers look to go against in the third round. Will look to go against Fredericksburg, the Lady Billies. Addie Gillum hands it off, so we're going to see four-corner offense right now as Izzy Geipel gets the ball. And it's knocked loose by number 12. Haven't seen the lady number 12, Raquelin Fry. So Raquelin Fry knocks the ball out. It's over to the Panthers as Maddie Gillum takes the ball, goes up court, takes it across the timeline, slows down, gets it over to Kramer. Kramer, so it looks to go back and forth. So the area around here in Region 4, 4A, we're going to see the Runnin Lady Panthers move on to the third round to play the Fredericksburg Lady Billies. 49 seconds here, 54-23. That is a 31-point lead. Had to do my math in my head real quick there. So you have Kramer, Wilson, and Geipel, and Shields, and get them out on the floor. So this has been one of those nights that defense prevails, and just great effort by the Runnin Lady Panthers tonight. So, again, thanks for the donations that we've had for the Audiovisual Club, bringing you this broadcast on the Navarro Panther Network. Now the Pretty Reese attempted to save that one, could not pull that one in for the rebound of the Lady Falcons, and Panthers get it on the inbound, and Hadley Wilson knocks it out, and it will be Lady Falcons ball. 25 seconds remaining here, as you can see on the clock. Running Lady Panthers leading 55-23. 32-point lead as they will face now the Fredericksburg Lady Billies. I guess the Lady Battling Billies, as they would say, Battling Billies. So, Kramer brings the ball up. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that's ball game, folks. The Running Lady Panthers here tonight with the defensive effort that we haven't seen in a very long time. Overall, I mean, I'm just amazed on the defensive effort tonight. And the Running Lady Panthers take it 55-23. So again, 55-23 is your final score here in the area round, the second round of the playoffs. And we're going to see Fredericksburg in the third round as you'll see the Panthers in that semi-regional as they now take it area round champs with the sign that's up, as we can see it from our camera here. And thanks to our cameraman, Clay Scarborough. So, and again, the Running Lady Panthers win it. They are area champions here for a Region 4. And they take it over the Lady Falcons with the score of 55-23. I'm going to take a quick break, put up the QR code again for the Audiovisual Club, and be back here in just a moment as we take a quick break. Yeah, Coach Harbath had to get out there. All right, so I'll be joined here in a little bit by Clay Scarborough, the high school principal and also the sponsor of the Audiovisual Club. I forgot to mention that earlier. And so I will get that out of the way. So we'll have the QR code out. So there you have it. The area champs. They're the Running Lady Panthers here in 2023. And so Fredericksburg at one time was ranked 5th in the state, and they're also in our district, so we play another district foe. They're in the regional semis, so we'll see how that works out, and hopefully that the Panthers bring the same kind of defensive effort they did tonight. We see that. If we see that again in that next game, you know, that anything could happen. So I am looking forward to that game and looking forward that we could bring you that game live from wherever it ends up being. So, and right now I'm going to be bringing here Clay Scarborough, the high school principal at Navarro, and also the current sponsor of the Audiovisual Club. So.
Cameraman, psychologist, yeah. Keep going there. Hey, there we go.
Communication specialist,
right.
Whatever, right?
Engineer, producer.
Yeah, and so tonight we see a defensive effort like we've not seen almost before. I think I don't know if there was even a game this time of the year that we saw that in any part of this year that we saw tonight. And this were against, I will have to say, against very good athletes as well. And so
extremely good athletes.
Yeah, and so we're not talking about a pushover team here. The Lady Falcons came in as a very good team, and the Lady Panthers essentially shut them down, scoring less than half of what they would normally score in regular games.
Our unofficial scouting report has 2 or 3 of these ladies from the Lady Falcons going on to college, one going to Division I, and so there's like you said, extreme talent on that end. I think tonight we saw a true example of how defense can neutralize good offensive players in any setting.
Right. And what I liked about it is just like we saw in the last game, is that the officials let them play for the most part. And I think that's where the Lady Falcons, had to adjust, and I don't think they ever adjusted to it. They were attempting to at times, and it looked to work with just very few exceptions. And so, I think that's something also that, Brookshire Royal or Royal High School, the Lady Falcons, from lack of playoff experience probably, in some of those cases, because you got to get deep into the playoffs, and you got to understand, once you start getting past that first round, I mean, it's very physical, and you play physical.
Extremely physical. Also, winner tonight, and we haven't seen the Lady Falcons play many games, so this is a little bit of maybe our sports trying to figure some things out here. But also, when you get a good defense going against you, how disciplined are you as a team?
Right.
And tonight, I'm not sure we saw, well, I think we may have seen actually, how, are the Lady Falcons a very disciplined ball club? They faced a pretty good brick wall tonight and could not do anything with it. They couldn't get around it.
Right. Yeah, it was literally a brick wall. And I mean, and it wasn't based on, a lot of times you see it off of full court pressure. You have a full court press, and, you see teams that do that quite a bit, but the Panthers didn't have to do that. They played just great half-court defense, like almost I want to say like I've never seen before.
Well, I can't remember an example right now that I've seen in college women's basketball that I've been courtside for. This strangling of a defense, hey, you're probably better identifying this than I was. We were pretty much man up the whole game. We were able to keep up with them and their quickness. And they
stay in front of them,
yes.
And that was the key. And fronting down low, I think that they weren't used to teams actually bodying up and fronting their bigs as well as we did, even though our size. I mean, you look at Ryan Hepp, for example. I mean, the show on the roster showing that she's like 5'8". And
she is our big,
and she is our big, and she's guarding somebody that's at 6 foot or more, and is able to play as well as she did against them.
And they had 2 or 3 of those.
Yes. And so I'm saying tonight, defense, if you could play that kind of defense like you did tonight, well, when they have to go meet Fredericksburg,
it'll happen at some point.
They'll have to, which is from what I understand, I saw isn't it the next round of the playoffs?
It could be, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I from what I looked at, when I looked at the tournament schedule, it looks like Fredericksburg won last night, and they advanced. So it looks like the Panthers are going to be playing.
So here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again. And the district foe, played them twice this year, lost to them twice, but it doesn't matter. That you throw all that out, because this is the playoffs. Anything happens.
One shot. And if you have a defense like this, you can equalize the score so much. It really may come down to one shot or two in the fourth quarter.
Right, and if you can, take and squeeze the possessions down like you talked about during halftime, get it with less possessions, but take advantage of yours. You can make big things happen.
Hank, I tell you what, the districts we are playing in right now. Look at football, how deep we met our own district.
Right.
How deep our district went.
All the way to the regional championship.
We're looking at something similar in our women's basketball district right now. We're up against top-notch talent, and that pays off when you get to the playoffs now.
Oh, yeah, it does. And I have to say, unbelievable job. We pick a player of the game, but, it's always about a team effort. So I want everybody to understand that. We only pick it because, it's one of those things you do. And I think tonight, and you agreed with me, hopefully Lance agrees with us too, but Ryan Hepp is our player of the game tonight. She, I think she did a great job of playing defense, fronting the bigs. I think she did a great job of rebounding, as she always does. Yes. But just being at the right place at the right time is not always just about accidentally being there. It's knowing where you have to be, when you have to be there.
Not just that, she probably had one of the toughest tasks on the court tonight against the size of Royal, and she stepped right up to the challenge.
Oh, yeah, but knock down the shots when you really needed to knock them down, too, and extend those leads from, when we were looking at it, when you got it up to 20 points and then they got it below, got it down to 18, you're like, oh, are they on that run that's going to take, and, if they get it down to 10, it's like, oh, my goodness, that lead gets down to 10. But, Ryan Hepp, I think, was, one of the main contributors tonight on that defensive side, to make that happen.
You mentioned those runs, Hank. Royal never got a chance at that. Anytime they hit a 3, anytime they hit a 2, we just came back with our own points.
Right.
Or we got the next rebound or something like that. You never let your opponent have an opportunity to get back in the game.
Right. So, well, all right. I got confirmation. Lance Blackburn has been listening and watching us, and he had confirmed that yes.
Well, we know then we made the right decision.
Right. That's right. So, this is one of those games to where, you almost have to look back and go, did that really happen? Did that, was that a dream? Pinch yourself, because that defensive effort you just don't see every day.
No, and you don't usually ever see a team, even against that much of a defensive effort that we put up in the first half, go 14 minutes and score 2 points.
Right, exactly.
That doesn't happen just because there's saran wrap on top of the bucket, okay? That happens because there's very good defense on the other side.
Yeah. I mean, you could contribute. I did say at one point that the leading scorer for the Lady Falcons, Shantiera Anamle, she looked a little off, but still, that has to be contributed to the Panthers defense.
Absolutely.
Running Lady
she was contested all night long.
So, real quick preview, what do you think about the Running Lady Panthers and the I guess the Lady Billies? So I know we've seen them twice already this year, maybe more. I'd have to look on the tournament schedule, but I do know that at least twice in district for both rounds.
I love the fact that you can put everything behind you going into that game, because yes, we've lost those games, but we've been in them. They've been good fights, and now you on that playoff game.
Yeah.
And now it's all equal, and now it doesn't matter. If you put up a defensive fight like you did tonight, you open a whole possibilities here. And here's where it's really going to. You got Harberth on our side as the coach. I don't know how long their coach has been at it, but with his 500 wins, his years of experience, I bet the Billies do not see the exact same approach they saw the other 2 games.
Yeah, I would bet. And, that I was going to say earlier, if that defense that carried over from the second half of Cuero, that carried over into this game, now if we can continue that and carry it over, all over to Fredericksburg, then I think you're going to see something that, that could propel the Panthers into the Final Four like we saw years ago, with the Running Lady Panthers making the Final Four. I believe that was back in like 2014 or so. Don't quote me on that. But, that could happen if you get a win like that against Fredericksburg. Who knows? You get the momentum. Yeah, and this is a very tough, gritty kind of team, and that was shown tonight with that effort on defense.
Absolutely. So. It's fantastic.
Well, that's all I have tonight, and on the Navarro Panther Network. I guess one more time, we're going to bring up the QR code for you. And then, and we want to thank, we had 2 donations tonight, very good donations, so we thank them very much. Get your smartphone out, get the code, go to the PayPal link, and you can make your donation to the Navarro Panther Network's Audiovisual Club here at Navarro. So, again, thanks to the Panther Posse for getting us the start with this and the equipment to make it happen. So that's all I have, Mr. Scarborough. So we're going to end it with the Navarro Panthers winning here tonight in the second round of the playoffs, the area round here in 4A Region 4. 55-23, the Running Lady Panthers take it. So good night here from Schulenburg, Texas. Thanks to Mr. Scarborough running the camera as well. So good night to all, and God bless.
Wow.